right here. We're about to get into a conversation. I want to just give you a quick heads up though. The Blakuma North constituency will be conducting the recollation exercise. And so we will cross over as and when we get, we need to do so. We get the feed and all of that, and we need to do so. We'll cross over and get some updates from there as well. But in the meantime, the show goes on, and we're going to open phone lines shortly. And the question.
Quick.
So
go ahead.
So you've gotten home early as a man. Your wife is running late. And will you wait for her? So you go home at, let's say, 6:30 p.m. Or even 7 p.m. and she comes home at 9. Are you going to wait till she gets home to come and cook? Or, men, we should start, being more proactive to be cooking at home as well, so that we can, share the burden, because both of us, it's gone are the days where it was only the men who would go and hunt, and then they'll bring back the results of the hunt home. By 3-4 p.m. they are back, and then we'll kill the animal that has been captured and killed. Will then be handed over to a wife, and then she will now prepare food for the family. That's not how it is these days, right? A lot of people now, both partners are out there working for the kill, and so when we come back, who's going to be cooking? Are you going to wait for her?
It seems is the question. You're asking the question. Let me start off from you. You've asked the question, answer.
I should answer.
Yes, even though I know how or what your answer is going to be, I still want to hear it.
Okay. So I think that even when I get the slightest hint that my better half is really has had a hard day and is tired, is exhausted, I'll take it up and just do the cooking.
Cool. On that note, just hold on. We have a caller. Hi, Patrick. Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning, Patrick. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
All right. Where are you calling us from?
I'm calling from Nungwa.
Nungwa, right. Share with us. What do you think? If you and your wife are working, you are doing a white-collar job, and you get home before her, and she's unable to make it in time for dinner, would you prepare dinner before she gets home?
Thank you very much for the question. I think it's a straightforward question, but then, see, let us not forget where we are coming from and where we are heading to. Culture is always a culture.
Okay.
So I am not also in favor of those that treat, or let's say, put every sector on the woman. But then before you enter into anything, I think there are agreements on certain things. So if I get home early as a man, yes, you can agree on that I will prepare food, you can make it. It's agreeable. But then in instances where the man cannot also cook, what do you do then? Okay. So you also need to look at that angle. If the man cannot prepare the food, if you come back as a woman, you need to prepare the food. So those are the things you need to look at. For instance, I don't have any problem with that. But the business is instances for this example, and we are giving the link to the fact that when they arrive home early or before their spouses into the food, while they cannot prepare the food. If they cannot prepare the food, then they will be working home. So if you don't, I don't have anything to issue with that, but then you also need to look at the other aspects of that. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Patrick. Thank you for calling. Well, Patrick has shared his thoughts. That's what he thinks. You were saying.
No,
if your better half.
So I think that it's easy for men to say, oh no, she has to cook. Make a lot of noise like that and have this posturing because you are either a terrible cook or you don't even know how to boil water. Do you understand? That's when people take this kind of defensive position.
Yeah.
If you can cook well and your food is nice as a man, there will be no discussion. right? Because she's not home. Number one, you will cook because you're hungry.
Yeah.
You eat, and then there'll be food for your wife to come and eat also when she gets home as well. Yeah, you know. Well, Joseph has joined us on the line. Hello, Joseph.
Yeah, hello, Coco.
Welcome to Breakfast Daily. Now, where are you calling us from?
My name is Joseph. I'm calling from Nyanyan.
Nyanyano, okay.
Yeah.
Please lower the volume on your TV set and then just speak
It's
to us
off.
through the
It's
phone.
off.
It's
The
off,
volume
eh?
is off.
Okay, all right. Fantastic. So, talk to us. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't have problem cooking for my wife.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't see any problem in it. Because
Okay.
as a man, you are the king
Yeah.
of the house. So you decide
Okay.
whether you eat home food, outside, you cook for yourself. Charlie.
That's all. Easy.
Exactly.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for calling.
Joseph doesn't like stress. He has made life so easy. Easy.
That's
That's
all.
all.
You know, and I think that the more versatile we make ourselves as men, the more attractive even we are as men, right? So I think that the burden is on men to do better, to learn a variety of skills, home skills, different things to do, so that we don't overly burden our partners, you know, with
Kweku, as I said, I strongly believe that cooking is a life skill. Cooking is a life skill that, look, you don't need it doesn't need to be gender based. It's not supposed to be a gender based life skill. But let's speak to Michael from Medina, and then I'll continue with what I'm saying. Hi, Michael.
Hi.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for calling. Share your thoughts with us. What do you think?
Oh, I think since the man gets to the house first, the man can equally cook, regardless. You see, one thing we don't teach our youth coming up is that we always expect the wife to be cooking every day, or if not every day, at least most of the time. But if the man gets to the house first, at least the man can also, the second caller said, you should cook. You can even call your wife, ask her, maybe please, what would you like us to eat this evening? It's also
That's
nice.
sweet.
Oh,
It's a nice
we a
house.
guy, I think.
So you can actually call your wife if she gets to the house like 6. Your wife will be there at 9. You can even call her and ask her what you would like to eat in the evening. It's not every day. And you were saying something. In fact, why would you marry to a man that do not know how to cook?
Interesting.
Yes, you should also know how to cook.
Yeah.
And even if in fact, a situation whereby you are all living in the house, and then it is time for cooking, the two of you can cook together.
Right.
Truly, the last.
Yep.
Right.
Thank you very much.
Thank
you.
you, Michael.
Hey,
Kweku,
Charlie, the
I
men,
like
you're
the
making
fact
me
that-
proud.
yeah,
Oh.
right?
So far, all the
You
men are calling and
know-
saying that, no, if for
Look,
cook.
our viewers are lovely and romantic. But my ladies, I would love you to call in too and share your thoughts.
Yeah, I want to hear from ladies
Yes,
as well.
and
What do
especially
you
they
think?
should tell us if their men cook when they can't make it home in time, or they wait for them, or maybe they go and buy food outside. They do take out. So please, ladies, call in. The men are doing all the calling this morning.
No, but you know
It's
something,
not fair.
Jifa, imagine that, let's say, if, I mean, I can cook, thankfully,
Right,
you know, but
right.
if I couldn't cook. Oh, by the way, I didn't tell you, I've been testing the slow cooking thing with cooking meats. So I cooked some lamb recently, Charlie, slow cooking, like 6 hours.
Pressure
Hey,
cooker.
that-
Hey,
look,
Kweku, you have money for ECG?
No, Charlie, look. No, I use the gas stove. I have a gas
Okay,
stove.
yeah. I was going to say you have money
not
for
ECG. So,
electricity.
Look, the way the meat was soft.
Tender, very tender. Hey. Kweku, the man to say you don't understand why ECG is charging you 79,000 cedis
No,
for.
that one is the app is not working. That's the problem. It's not a charge. The app is not working.
Anyway.
Yeah. So I think that it's important to like broaden our skills and our
Right.
abilities. But you can also decide that, look, I'm going to buy kenke, I'm going to buy pear, I'm going to buy.
Hold on
shrimp.
again. Hold on again. We can't keep our callers on the line for long. Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
Right, you're calling from Kumasi. What's your name?
Jeffrey.
Hi, Jeffrey. Jeffrey, could you please speak up for us?
Okay.
Right. Share with us. What do you think?
I feel like since you guys are together and both of you love yourself, because love is in the mix. Of course, when you're home first, you need to think of the other person and try to cook for the person as well. That is what I think.
Yeah.
If you don't know how to cook, you can also order in. There's also nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
That's what I think, you guys.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you,
Thank
Jeffrey.
you. Thank you so much.
Right. Cool. So,
Yeah.
I was saying that cooking is a life skill, which I strongly believe everybody should learn.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not supposed to be a gender-based thing to say that, oh, the kitchen is for the women belong to the kitchen, so they are supposed to cook. So as a man, I would not even learn how to boil water, as you said. Some people, even if you make the stew for them and ask them to boil rice or even yam, they can't even boil that
at all.
to save
their lives.
Their lives. And it's very embarrassing. So if you are married and you're a couple and your wife, for some reasons, can't make it home in time to prepare dinner, and you happen to be home first, especially when you're even going to think about kids involved, would you say that you wait till your wife comes back, maybe as late as 9 p.m., before she prepares dinner for you and the children as well? What time do they get to eat before they go to bed?
Exactly. So the kids, so daddy and the kids are waiting for mommy. We all
Like,
be there.
how
We all be there. We are
ridiculous.
hungry. Mommy hasn't come on 9 o'clock. We are still
ridiculous.
there. We are waiting. No. It's not right. It's not right.
Right.
Elliot from Kokobiti has joined us on the line. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Elliot. How are you?
I'm good.
Wonderful. Welcome to Breakfast Daily. What are your thoughts?
Okay. I actually didn't join the program early, but I listened to the latter part of the program, and I just want to make an input. Actually, I'm an artist.
Okay.
So I have a studio at home.
Right.
So primarily, if I'm not going out for meetings with clients or delivery of work or going to buy material for my work, practically I'm home. So as an Achim man, I grew up with my grandmother.
Okay.
Yeah, so cooking is something that I do as a hobby.
Okay.
I actually love to cook. And my wife happens to be a career woman.
Okay.
So basically, I am with the kids most of the time.
Yeah, okay. So do you do majority of the cooking?
Mostly, even if my wife is around and she's cooking, I love to make an input, cut this, cut that.
Yeah.
That. Sometimes do the dishes while she's cooking.
Yeah.
And I always tell my boys, you should not worry about food, cooking with the women. Mostly when you have upper hand, at least you know how to cook one or two things. Yeah, become more essential to any woman.
Wonderful.
Yeah, so
Wonderful.
I think helping with the home should not be a burden for the men. Sometimes, to surprise my wife, I call other friends, lady friends of mine who are catering to take me through certain meals.
Okay. I like
need
that.
to the home.
I like that.
And when she comes,
Yeah.
I call her on the way, what would you want to eat? And by the time she gets home, it's there. And I think the kids are also taking clue from it that it's not a burden, it shouldn't be the whole burden on the woman. I can even practically pound tofu with my hand for
Wow.
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 So,
Impressive.
I think as we men should actually learn. You know, cooking is an art.
It is.
So the moment you stop for 2 months or whatever, you find yourself wanting. And even one other aspect of it, there is the difference between cooking the food and serving the food.
That's helpful.
They are two different things. You can cook a bad food, but the way you present it will make it look delicious. And then,
Wow.
everybody can say.
I like that. Spoken like a true artist. Wow, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Elias. Thank you.
Kweku, I just love all the callers
Yeah,
so far this
yeah,
morning,
yeah.
especially the fact that they are all men, and
Yeah.
then they're actually doing what is supposed to be done. I
Yeah.
mean, it shouldn't be that hard.
Yeah.
Shared responsibility these days, it shouldn't be such
Well,
a big
well, you
deal.
see, Jaffa, the challenge
Because
also,
the women are also working, you know.
yes, yes. Well, you see, the challenge has been in the past that men were not necessarily allowed in the kitchen, or even if they wanted to come in the kitchen, they'll be driven away to say, go outside and go and play. The kitchen is not for you, do you see? But that has changed quite a lot. Obviously, if you're listening to what all the callers are saying, obviously, it changed at a point. People, like one caller said, he grew up with his grandmother. Elliot said that as an achimman,
Yes.
growing up with his grandmother, she taught him all the different things. He can pound fufu with one hand, and
yes.
turn it himself,
Yeah.
you know, and all that. We have another call on the line. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Your name, please.
You know, I'm Andrew Zanafo.
Okay. A caller from where?
From Upper East.
Okay. Oh, nice. Wow. Thank you for calling.
So when we are talking about cooking, it's based on tribal base.
Okay. Talk to us.
We Northerners like this. When you have sisters,
Yes.
you dare not to go to the kitchen.
Okay.
So if you have sisters, you are not there. So you grow up like that.
Yeah.
You don't know how to cook.
Yeah.
Because your sisters have been doing everything. Me like this, for instance, I like cooking.
Okay.
But the women too, there are times. When you help them, they think that it's your responsibility.
Yeah. I hear you. I hear you. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much for calling, Andrew. Thank you for
Pleasure,
calling.
pleasure.
I see. Interesting eye-opener from the north.
So I think that, you know what I said just before Andrews came on, right? That there was a time, you know, and I think that it pertains still in some places, like you're saying, like in the north. You have a lot of sisters. You're not allowed in the kitchen. When I was growing up, I wasn't allowed in the kitchen.
I see.
You come and do dishes.
Right.
But you can't go near the stove.
Right.
Do you get it?
Right.
All right, we have,
Cool.
yes.
Right.
Yep.
We have a lady on the line, finally.
Yeah.
Hi, Ajwa.
Hello.
Why did it take you so long to get through to
I
us?
just tuned in and saw the program.
Oh,
So
you're
I just
welcome.
want to share my story.
Please do, go ahead.
Okay. Oh, I'm happy I got through.
Yes,
I
we are
have a
happy to
story
have you
share.
too.
Please share.
Yeah, to share. My son
Right.
refused. I'm a teacher. My son refused completely to learn how to cook because he said I will ask him to cook when I'm late home. I'll say do this, do that. So he intentionally didn't learn how to cook.
Okay.
Today he's on his own and he's not married yet. Oh, my brother and sister. He's always losing weight because he can't cook.
Yeah.
So I would advise the men or the young boys to learn how to cook.
Yeah.
Because you never know where life will take you.
I'm telling you.
So the basic things you should know how to do. So that if you have a good wife, she would complement your cooking skills.
Yeah.
So please advise the guys to just learn how to do it.
Yes.
Today everybody is sending their female child to school
Yes.
for
That's true.
postgraduate courses and all that. So it's important for
It
them
is.
to also learn how to cook.
Very, very
Thank you.
important.
Thank you,
Ajwa,
Ajwa.
thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for calling. So, Kweku, you see what I was talking
Yeah.
about the fact that it's a life skill. You need it to survive.
Yeah.
So, in the case of Ajwa's son,
Yeah.
for instance, he's struggling to survive.
When his money
He's struggling-
finishes, now you will see what
Yes,
you
he's struggling to eat good food because
Yeah.
he doesn't know how
Yeah.
to cook.
Yeah.
And mind you, sometimes cooking even costs you less than buying food from
Always
outside.
costs you less.
Yes, because looking at the prices of food from restaurants and
Yeah.
eateries now, if you're going to buy maybe a plate of
Yeah.
jollof rice, it will cost you, say, 150 cedis to 200, but you can use that same amount of money to cook at home, and you'd have some left over to
Yeah.
eat the following day.
Yeah.
So it really costs you less
Yeah,
financially.
it does. It does. So John has joined us from Ho. Hello, John.
Hello.
Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning. Welcome. What are your thoughts?
Okay, my thought is, I stay with my grandma.
Okay.
So cooking is
something that I learned from childhood.
Wow.
If I'm no more with my wife, so I do everything on my own. When
Okay.
the children visit, I cook for them.
Okay.
Even my time with my wife, when he spent that, I used to cook, do some household stuff and all those things.
Okay.
So it's good for the men to learn how to cook. At least it will save you one way or other. As the lady said that
Yeah.
you don't know how or when life will
take you. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's good to learn or to know how to do some
Yeah.
cooking.
Absolutely. Thank you, John. Thank you so much. Thank you. You know, this thing, my mom said to me when I was 18, so I was preparing to leave Malawi to come to Ghana.
Right.
And actually, I think I was 19. And then she says, some basic things you must learn how to do. And I was thinking to myself at the time, I was like, but wait, I could have been doing this since I was like 10.
Yes.
Like by now, don't be any
Yes,
conversation
yes,
about this,
yeah.
right? But I realized that in life, it's only too late when you say it's too late.
Yes.
It's only too late when you say it's too late, you know. But her principle was based on this. She said, so that no one can decide for you. Learn how to do it.
Yes.
So no one
Yes.
can decide.
So you don't have to wait on
it's
anyone.
like you are not dependent.
Yes, yes.
You know?
Yes.
It's like, I want to eat this,
It
but
can be very frustrating when you're dependent on somebody to do something,
Yeah.
something you need.
Yes.
And you are waiting
Yes.
on someone to do it for you, yet you are the one in need of the
Yeah.
thing. Why won't you just do it by yourself if you
yeah,
can do it?
absolutely.
We have a caller on the line. Hi, AJ.
Hello, good morning,
Good morning, AJ. How are you?
I'm doing good.
All right. Where are you calling us from?
I'm calling from Sunyani.
Sunyani. All right.
Oh.
Let's hear you.
I'll be very happy to contribute to your discussion.
Right. Go ahead.
You know, cooking is, I think, everybody should know, like you were saying. But in terms of marriage, there are laws or responsibilities. A man has his role, and a woman too has her role. So if I happen to cook, it's because of love.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll cook because maybe my woman is doing something like she appreciates what I'm doing, and it's not fair. With the appreciation she's giving or the love she's doing, I think I can do it for her.
Okay.
But you will go to somewhere or in a situation whereby you do one, and the following morning or the following day, the woman will call you. Because around.
I said the food was very nice. Do it again.
Please come and grind me my pepper and I'm doing this.
Yeah.
So I think cooking in terms of marriage, the woman should do it.
Okay.
That's when the man feels that, oh, my woman is not there, I have to do it, then he can do it if he knows how to do it.
So AJ, in terms of the question that we're asking, so if she's running late, she's coming home, but she's running late, she has called you that, oh, because of one or two things, I'll be home like 2 hours later than normal. Would you cook for the family and leave some for her to come and eat?
If that day is the only day she happens to be late.
Okay.
It shouldn't be.
She shouldn't make a habit of it, eh?
Yeah, it shouldn't be regular. Women, if they do that, they will capitalize on it. And
But AJ, I have a problem with that. What you ask women to do things for you every now and then, the same things, and then we do it. So why would you have a problem if your wife is running late, say the whole week, and you are the one supposed to cook?
okay.
When you're not home the whole week, she cooks too.
Okay. You know, I'm the man. I go out and bring money for your everything. So
Okay.
if one day it happens that you cannot do it and I can do it, I'll do it. But it isn't something that you saw that I did it today, tomorrow you intentionally say, my friend or herself there. So, that's what.
All right, thank
All
you,
right,
AJ.
thank you so much for
Thank you.
calling. Bakweku, AJ's submissions are very interesting.
Yeah.
And I feel like he said something about he being the man and he goes out to
Yeah.
bring money for everything.
Yeah.
Unless, of course,
So maybe that's a
your
scenario
wife,
in the
yes,
house where his wife
yes,
doesn't
do anything. You're not
yeah,
working.
yeah.
You're a full-time housewife.
Yeah.
Then that means you're
Or
fully
even maybe you do a
dependent.
bit of business at home or
Yes,
something,
you
but
are
you don't
fully
have a full-time
dependent
job.
on
Yeah.
your husband. He takes care of the house, the family, the
Yeah.
kids' school fees, utility
Yeah.
bills, rent. I mean, everything. And then you, the woman, I mean, what really do you use your money for?
Yeah.
But in a situation where you are both working, there's shared financial responsibility.
Yeah.
And you are supposed to do some level of shared domestic responsibility
yeah.
too, and you have a problem with it,
Yeah.
then I think it's a bit questionable.
Yeah.
But then again, as I would always say, do what works for you. It is your home.
Of course.
And you know how to run it.
Of
So
course.
if you think the man wants to cook
Yeah.
365 days of the year, go ahead.
Yeah.
That's what works for you.
All right, so we have a caller calling from Somenya. Hello.
Yes.
Yes. Come again. Yes, your name again, please.
Loji Asafu.
Okay. Welcome to Breakfast Daily. Now, what do you think? What are your thoughts?
Yes, I grew up in a home of taking about 8 people. We are 8 children. And I can attest to you that my father did about percent of the cooking.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
All because of my mother is a businesswoman who comes from very, very late.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So almost about 70% of the food my father does so.
Wow.
That's amazing.
My father is not having any problem about that because he understands my mother very well.
Yeah. What job did your dad do?
My father is a farmer.
Okay.
He was a farmer.
Okay.
Actually, he's late.
Okay. All right. Sorry about that. Yeah. Oh, but this is yes. Go
My
ahead.
problem is that currently the ladies we are having now, they don't understand. They know their responsibility is to cook. So when you know that you'll be late coming home, you just have to call your husband and say, "Babe, if your husband is willing, he will do." Yes.
Yeah.
Don't shouldn't say like the wife you always put it on the man that if I'm not at home, you're responsible to cook. My
Okay.
husband
Okay.
shouldn't do that way.
Okay.
That is mine. So,
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much for calling. Thank you. We really appreciate it.
Right. Cool.
So
So
this
you
is
see,
interesting.
yeah,
It's
AJ's case,
it's
for
like
instance.
don't say, oh, but you should have known that you should cook.
Yeah.
Right? They don't like that. They don't want that. It's like rather
Like,
tell me that, oh, I'll
this
be
is the
running late, so can you
situation, yes.
can you cook
Put
something for
something
us?
together. And in AJ's case, he clearly mentioned that his dad was the one doing 70%
Yes.
of the cooking. So the kids get to learn from
Yes,
the father.
absolutely.
So they see it as normal.
It's-
They don't
it
see
appears normal.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They don't see it as it's a woman's duty solely
yeah,
to cook,
to
whether
cook,
or not my mom is at home or no. I mean, mommy has to come back and come
Yeah.
and cook. So the boys get to learn that,
Yeah.
and then they
They
practice
pass it
that,
on.
yes,
They
when they
practice it
go,
and
and
pass it
it's
on.
beautiful.
Yeah.
We have a caller from Cape Coast. Hi, good morning.
yeah, good morning.
Your name, you're calling from Cape Coast. What's your name?
My name is Theo.
Theo. Share with us, what do you think?
Yeah, ideally, with the question, ideally, when she's coming home late, then definitely the man has to do the cooking.
Okay. But if she's not coming home late and you have to do the cooking, would you do it?
If she's not coming home late, then you have to leave it to her to do
I
it.
see. All right. That's
Because of a woman's culture these days.
fine. Okay. All right. That's your opinion.
Thank
Thank you
you.
very much.
Thank you.
So, Kweku, as I was saying, in AJ's case, they get to learn and then they pass it on to their children. So
Yeah.
it becomes normal. And again, you are learning a life skill for survival. You don't know where you find
Absolutely,
yourself in
yeah.
future. I, for instance, learned cooking from my brother, my elder brother.
Okay.
And up until now, the last time I went to visit my mom, he had also come home. I was there. I was in the living room watching TV. He cooked for me to eat. He actually made banku with oku.
Wow.
He made banku and oku, and I ate it. It was good. So I don't see it as much of a big deal because,
Yeah.
as I say, I learned how to cook
Yeah.
fully from my brother because my
Yeah.
mom will wake up at dawn and go to work. By the time she gets back, it's late. And he knew how to do it because she had taught him.
Yeah.
So he had to pass it on to me.
Wow.
We have a caller on the line. Hi, good morning. Hello.
Looks like we
Right,
lost the caller.
okay, so we've lost the caller. If you are trying to call us, please do not call the
WhatsApp
number 02044470033. That is strictly WhatsApp. Please don't call that number. If you call that number, we cannot speak to you. Call the number on your screen. Please call the number on your screen, and that is 0302-784-969. That is the number to call. If you want to send a WhatsApp message, however, then you can send it to the 0204-447-033. Right, we have another caller on the line. Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
Right, your name and where you're calling from?
I'm Aziz from Garu.
All right, Aziz, let's hear you.
Wow, Garu.
Yes. My issue is that if my wife is not at home, maybe she's late at work, I will prepare food. But if she's around, it cannot be a shared responsibility that I should be cooking and maybe I should cook 1 week and you cook 1 week. No. Because my responsibility to prepare, to cater for the raw material.
Okay.
And it's her responsibility to also
Put the raw materials
turn it into
together.
food for us to eat.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so I don't get it that maybe you make a timetable and I will cook 1 week.
I'm not sure that's the case.
All right. So thank you so
Aziz,
much.
thank you for
Yeah.
calling. But Kweku, you know, earlier on you also mentioned that some of the men, they don't know how to cook.
Yeah.
So maybe just the one day, maybe
Yeah.
they know how to cook rice and they've cooked it.
So
then
it's
tomorrow,
the one that they can cook.
tomorrow you're going to ask them to cook jollof.
You're going to give you are bringing problems.
Yes, it will become
you're bringing
problematic.
But you know, all of the world over, I don't have all the details per se, but from what I've seen on YouTube and everything else, some of the world's best chefs are men.
Yes.
The
Yes,
world's
amen. Yes.
top 10, I would say majority are men, you know. So really, I mean, it's not culturally.
The thing is, if they learn how to do
Yeah.
it, they can do it and do it very
yeah,
well.
do it very well.
Yes.
Yeah.
We have a caller all the way from the Volta region. Hi, good morning.
Hi, morning. How are you?
I'm well. Yourself?
Yeah, thank you.
Which part of the Volta region are you calling us from?
Specifically, Abuja.
Abutia?
Uh,
Right. What's your name?
My name is Joshua Blakwen.
Okay, Joshua, let's hear you.
Okay, what I have is that women, if your wife, your husband is doing something for helping you, the woman also must know that your husband is helping me. So always when you are helping the woman, he doesn't think that you are helping him. So this is what some people are reserved to do, what they must do. And the same time, me, I'm a farmer. But when I come from some place and my wife cook, if she cook what I didn't need, I myself will pick what I will select what I will cook.
Oh,
But I will not give to her to cook. But me myself will start to cook.
okay.
So when she helps me, then fine. To ask if she cook, and I didn't like that thing. I would not say to her so that maybe you should go and cook another one.
Right.
Because you do your work. So
Okay.
really, I don't like that thing. So I must do what I like. Do you hear me?
Yeah.
So one problem that I see in this matter is that the woman, when your husband helps you, the woman must know that my husband is helping me. So everybody needs a share. When somebody do something and you share the burden, they will do more than what you think.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
Joshua. Because some men, I feel like some men also find cooking as a daunting task, so they would rather not even learn it at all.
Yeah.
They find it too
But
difficult.
that's a childhood challenge, you know.
Well, I know
because-
someone who asks questions like, how do you know that when you put this amount of pepper
Yeah.
or salt or seasoning in a stew is enough? Because every time I do it, I get it wrong.
Yeah, so I mean, you're like I say, one of the callers said it's an art,
Yeah.
right? art, you improve by practice.
Right.
We were here and we were painting a picture. If you paint it 10 times, the 10th one will be much nicer than the first one.
Most
Do you see
definitely.
it? So you get better as you practice. And so even pepper and salt, the more you do, the more you know that no,
When
this
it goes
one is
bad,
too
you
much.
eat it, then the next time you
know
fix
that.
again.
That's it. All right, we have another call on the line. Hello.
Hello?
Hello, welcome to Breakfast Daily. Your name and where you're calling from.
Yes, I'm calling from Summer.
Welcome to Breakfast Daily. Talk to us. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think it is good for men to learn how to cook.
Okay.
So in northern regions here, men are not allowed to.
Go to the kitchen.
Yeah. I experienced it when I was out of home to university. In fact, it wasn't easy for me. It wasn't easy because I have not cooked before.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I have to get someone to help me to learn how to cook because you can't keep on buying the food every day. So I think it is very good for men to also learn how to cook for their own benefit, not just to help their women.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Thank you. Thank you so much for calling. Just like you said, it's a life skill.
Yes, you need it
It's
for
a life
survival.
skill. Yeah.
You need
It's
it
a
for
life skill.
survival.
It really is.
Yes.
It really is. Recently, one of my favorite things I've been making is eba.
Why?
Because I discovered it's so
It's
easy,
fast
and it's
food.
like it's been possible to do. I could have done this all this while, and I never did.
Don't end up eating too much gari that you're supposed to. Why are you eating a lot of eba?
I said I discovered that it's easy to make.
Wow. Anyway, you end up eating gari and get pot belly. We have some messages. Let's check them out.
A lot of messages have
this
come
one
through.
says, I'm Joshua Bright from Kumasi. I believe it's good for a man to cook to support his wife when he comes home before her. If he cannot cook, he should learn how to do it because the man may have to cook when the wife is not feeling well. Another point.
Yes, another point. Very good point.
Yes.
All right, this one says, good morning, David and Jifa. What's more romantic than having your wife walk home from work and having something already prepared? It's a lovely thing to do. I remember the smile on my wife's face on an occasion when I got home before her and decided to start the process and make things easier for her. She was so pleased even though I wasn't done cooking. Cook if you can as a man, or learn how to cook, and don't be a Stone Age man.
Louder.
Prince from
Thank you,
Tessanol
Prince.
is saying that. Don't be a Stone Age man. I like that.
This one says, good morning. Only if the husband knows how to cook, he can also do it. That's my opinion. You didn't add your name.
Yeah. This one says, hi, good morning, Dennis here. It's an interesting topic indeed. In my opinion, I think there shouldn't be any barriers as in who cooks. Okay? If you come home early as the wife, why not? For me as a man, I've always loved cooking, and I won't wait for her not to even mention it before I do. Okay, I think every man has to practice cooking before getting into marriage because the world has changed.
Kweku, the next message I'm coming to read, I don't know how I feel about it, but I'll read it anyway.
Okay.
Lord help me. This one says, good morning, Jifa and Kweku. I think it's only fair that my wife cooks for me when she comes home late from work. I mean, I've been waiting for her all day, and it's the least she can do. Plus, it's her duty as a wife, right?
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's
Wow.
that's somebody's opinion, so it's okay. You should have added his name.
I'm just surprised.
No, you should have added his name.
Yes, I'm really surprised. But it's okay.
Why are you surprised?
It's okay.
No, you see, we are in 2025.
He
but
says the least she can do
But
for
not
him.
everybody has come to 2025.
Anyway, yeah. Some people are
No,
still living
we
in
are
the
in
Stone
2025,
Age.
but some people are not. Well, I wouldn't say necessarily Stone Age. You know, culture is not always, it doesn't change. Culture change doesn't happen easily.
Culture is dynamic.
It is dynamic, but the dynamism, the rate of dynamic change is, relative.
He says, I've been waiting for her all day. And it's the least she can do. Plus, it is her duty
as a wife,
right? In this case, who are you asking?
No, I mean,
is it the two of us?
I think, I am of the opinion that we've reached a point in society where we shift various burdens and responsibilities, and we have rearranged things, right? So, for example, cooking is one of those things that, I mean, I like to eat my wife's food.
Yeah.
It's natural, right? Just as you ate your mother's food, it's nice to eat your wife's food, right? But I also think that it's an honorable thing to be able to learn how to cook, not just for yourself, like Jaffa said, as a life skill, right? But also to surprise her, you know, do things for her
that
to make life
surprise note,
easier
hold
for
on,
her.
let's speak to Fifi from Buchi and then we'll come back and continue. Hi, Fifi, good morning.
Good morning, Fifi. You're looking very beautiful with people.
Thank you so much, Fifi, and thank you so much for calling on to Breakfast Daily. Share with us your thoughts. What do you think about this?
Okay, so Fifi, I have a different school of thought.
Okay.
You know, I'm a son of a soldier.
Okay.
And back in the days, there wasn't anything like, I mean, going to the kitchen is solely meant for the women, you know.
Yeah.
So my soldier father would prepare breakfast for us. I mean, the entire family, every weekend, that is if only it's in Ghana, he would do that for every other person in the family.
Wow.
Now, when he's not around, obviously my mother, my big sisters will do the cooking for us. Fast forward, if a now man is grown, if you know me very well, man has gotten married. So my wife go to work, I also go to work. She closes around 3:30. When she gets back home and I'm already home, I wouldn't wait for my wife to cook for me to eat. Hey, if I go hungry, I'll go straight to the deep freezer. If there's this trick, men should learn from me. Go to the deep freezer, those small pieces of abenquine, kasenquine, rice soup, put them together. Rice, add cold beef to it. If I pour water on it, you are good to go. My children, they love
You
those
are
kind
the
of
right guy.
They love those kind of food. If my wife will go to work, I also go to work.
Yeah.
We both report back home, and then who should prepare the food? Any food that I can prepare, I love it. I'll eat, and then if the food is not even nice, my wife will chop, and my children will clap for me. If I manage to stop doing that, matter. Then my
Thank you.
Thank you, Jifa.
Thank you, Fee. Have a great day. I like Fee. You know.
Beman, yeah.
Ebebing. Obano sonia.
Ebebing.
The only difference may be the slight taste.
Yeah.
You know, the fact that maybe one will taste better.
Yeah,
than
but
the
you see,
other.
again, that's why I was saying that it's like, as one of our callers said, it's an art.
Yes.
So the more
Practice,
you do it,
yes.
the more practice you get at it, the more you're able to adjust it, you know. And sometimes when I cook, you know, when my girlfriend eats, she says, hey, but the way you have done the thing, you know, I did a meal the other time. It was actually on What's Cooking.
Right.
I had a competition with Jessica Oparesa for years ago, and I did contomere stew, right? And everybody was laughing at me as I was doing the contomere stew, because they said, which kind of contomere stew are you doing? Like, no, you are doing like scientific experiment. No, it's like you're doing scientific experiment. And I blended everything,
Right.
except the last. Even the one crop, it was blended, but I dropped it in at the end. That's the agushi, you see. But I blended everything, including fish.
Yeah.
Okay, well, of course, the last, the big fish, I think was it, how do you say, is it
The smoked mackerel.
Smoked mackerel, that was it. That was it. No, smoked
The one
mackerel.
they popularly call salmon.
Yes,
Right.
the one that's called salmon, but it's
Right.
not salmon. We know
Right.
it's not salmon, yeah.
Right.
So that one is big and chunky, so we broke it in at the end. But otherwise, everything else, including the small, tiny
Right.
herrings,
Right.
I blended everything.
I mean, it's an art, and there's no formula for cooking.
Yeah.
There's no formula for cooking. The way I will cook my soup, maybe
Yes.
contomere stew, for
Yes.
example, is different from how you cook it.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, is the taste and the fact that
Yeah.
the food is good,
Yeah.
and we're able to eat and enjoy
you know,
it.
and I had a rationale for doing the blending.
Right.
I wanted there to be the feeling of the silky smooth taste in the mouth whilst you're eating, and the only one that you feel as filling your mouth in terms of chunks must be the whole fish without bones.
Right.
Do you
right. I
understand?
mean, that's
because you can
your
do a lot
style.
of because I grew up eating contomere and kontome stew. And then one of the things I've hated all my life, and anybody who eats with me knows this, that I don't like to, it's like you're always removing bones from your mouth, always removing bones from your mouth.
I mean, as I said, that's your style. So again, cooking is an art. There's no formula for cooking.
Yeah.
However you decide to make your soups or your stews or your meals is solely dependent on your preference and your taste.
Yes. Please, when you're cooking for me, remove the bones.
You can't tell me what to do.
Please, you remove the bones.
You can't force me to. And what's nice or what's more romantic, like calling your wife while you are cooking and then you don't know your way about it. And then you say, oh, babe, I'm cooking stew. I've done this and that and that. At this point, what do I put in? It's nice. I remember I taught my uncle how to cook a whole meal over the phone.
Wow.
I'm telling you on the phone call, put this. Then he'll say, what quantity? Then I'll say, tablespoonful. He cooked it, his girlfriend.
Step by step.
It was tiring because we were on the phone for over an hour.
Wow.
Cooking.
Wow.
He wouldn't go off the phone. He wants me to take him through everything. Okay, I've stirred it for a while. This is the consistency. What do I? It was tiring, but I enjoyed it too because of the fact that I was teaching somebody how to cook something for. He wanted to do it for his girlfriend.
Yeah.
And since then he's been cooking.
And you will score points.
Yeah, since then he's been cooking.
Of course.
I mean, so
we have a lot of messages still.
The men, please do it for your wives. Do it for your. It's nice.
Yeah. And besides, it's a life skill.
You know exactly. It's a life skill. You need to survive.
So this is Fuhad from Tamale. He says, I completely disagree. My partner and I share cooking duties.
Oh.
Regardless of who comes home late. We are both tired after work. It's not fair to expect one person to always cook. We take turns or we order takeout together. Fuhad, all the way from Tamale.
I salute you.
Super. I like it.
I doff cap for him.
Charlie.
Kweku, this one says, good morning. The woman is a helper, so she's there to help the man. So running the home is the responsibility of the man. So he can cook, wash dishes, clean, and do anything at home. It's rather the man's responsibility, and the woman is to help. And this is coming from a man, Emmanuel Asiedu.
Charlie, the perspective you have come from there, it's like,
I love our
it's like
yes,
including cooking, washing,
but I'm just
whatever.
helping
the woman
you to
is
do that.
the one who's helping. So whichever way she can help you, and she supports you and helps you. That's interesting. Okay, this one says, good morning, Breakfast Daily team. I'm enjoying the show today. My name is Nadia from Ashale Botre. I think if my husband gets home before me, he should be able to fix something for himself and the children. After all, he is the head, and so he must take charge.
Right. This one is from Gideon from Adenta. It says, I genuinely think it depends on the situation. If my wife has had a long day and is exhausted, I don't expect her to cook. We'll order food or I'll cook myself. But if she's had a relatively easy day, I think it's nice if she can cook for us. Communication is key, and we should discuss and decide together.
I like that. That's really the foundation of a strong relationship.
Lots and lots of messages, you know.
This one says, BB from Bubu Ashi says, when I get home before her, I do call and ask her favorite food for the day because her time on arrival is unpredictable, and she compliments and enjoys my food. It's a competition between the two of us. Oh wow, nice. I like that. So she cooks, you enjoy, you compliment her, you too, you cook, she enjoys, she compliments. It's lovely. That's how we should live life.
So easy, so
That's
simple.
That's how we should live life, you know.
This one is from Jabru Mohammed from Tamale. He says, good morning again. Good morning. I'm so happy to see this very crucial topic. See, nowadays ladies, or majority of ladies, are electronic because some of them, if she's late to the house and a man tries to help her with house duties, it's normal, but some of them will take it for granted and be coming home late. Oh, okay. That's your opinion.
Yes, no, I mean, Jaber, you have a good point. Don't be coming home late just because it's like so that he will cook. No. Come home.
You're going to sit somewhere small.
Yeah, you have closed for a long time. 2 hours, you are hanging out somewhere because you are waiting so that he will cook. No, it's not nice. Don't do that.
Anyway.
Yeah. This one says, good morning, madam. If it happens that we have kids, I will cook because of the kids. But if we don't have, I will never go near the kitchen. This is simple because women are such that if you start to help her, she will take it as a must or compulsory, and even to some extent, she will be at a workplace and call you, Daddy Razak, go home early and cook rice and beans. I'll be coming soon. I've seen everything about helping your wife, but I'm now suffering and the consequences of helping her. In fact, I've regretted. Thank you. That is the experience I am suffering. Wow. So well, he's speaking from an experience, and it's a negative experience for him.
I don't understand why the men feel like if they are asked to do it more than once, it will become a habit. Now, wait, let's take financial responsibilities being shared at home. If you ask me to pay the kids' school fees this semester and next semester because, I mean, your finances are not well for this period, does that mean that you ask me to do it every day?
No.
So why do you people feel like that?
Become a habit. Oh, but you be there.
Let's continue. This one says, I think cooking should be taught in schools. It seems is a life-saving skill.
I tell you.
All men and women should be taught the basics and they can learn the rest.
Yeah.
When I was in junior high school, we taught life skills.
Yeah, I am actually
and sewing.
I feel very blessed because I actually was introduced to cooking in school, Form 1. You know, I was just 12
I remember we taught cooking and sewing, how to sew with, stitch your clothes, fix buttons, do hemmings and all of those things. Yes, in junior high school.
Yeah. Well, but these days, do we teach those things?
Well, I'm not sure. I don't.
No, I don't think so. All right. So we have a few more messages. We'll quickly go through them. This one says, greetings to you in the studio. There's nothing wrong with the man stepping into the kitchen to cook for the family. But when the woman is coming home late. But I think it depends on the communication. This is George from
Another message is in all the way from Lagos, Nigeria. It says, good morning, my people. My name is Daniel Mbachu, chatting from Lagos, Nigeria. Based on your question, I cherish my wife like my Lord. I will never allow her to cook whenever she comes back late. God forbid. I love her so much like the way she loves me. God bless Ghana and Nigeria. And she typed the rest of the message in caps. That should tell you the seriousness of or how much he loves oh my. Anyway, there are lots of messages. We'll read them as and when we can. But thank you so much for calling in. And to those who sent your messages, to try and read the rest of them before the end of the show. Thank you for having this conversation with us.